Hello everybody, this is aLonelyClover here doing my very first YouTube video here, which is Warthunder. And that first plane we were just looking at right there was the fabulous B-25, one of my favorite airplanes. But right now I'm going to be doing a game in my Spitfire IIa. Okay, so one of the reasons why I like the Spitfire IIa right now is because for the tier of aircraft I'm using, which is right around tier 2, it's quite a maneuverable airplane, which allows me to fly around and get behind enemies quite easily. The only thing about the Spitfire, and I guess for most of the British aircraft, is it generally has a small caliber gun. This small caliber gun is the 7.7 millimeter machine gun, and the Spitfire IIa has 8 of them on the airplane, which is a good amount of firepower, but since it is a small caliber, then it is not necessarily the most strongest fighting aircraft. So the fact that it is quite maneuverable and quite fast, I guess, is balanced out by the fact that it has a smaller caliber gun. So I'm going to be starting out here on the runway, taking off here. Taking off is pretty easy, throttle up full, wait for it. I usually wait for it to get about maybe 70 or 80 knots and push my nose down. And then I roll back, gear up, and you are on your way after that point. It's basically that easy. It is a little bit more complicated with some of the other aircraft, like the Viewfighter, since it's quite a bit heavier. I'll do another video about the Viewfighter later. We're going to fast forward here up to a different point where we actually start combat. So over here I spot an enemy aircraft. So the airplane that I spot is the P400, which I'm going to go down and engage. The P400 is quite a bit less maneuverable, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. So I'll start by just coming down here. Now I decided might go after that AI there, but I thought that it's probably more of a juicier kill to go after this P400. It should be not too bad since my plane is quite a bit more maneuverable. So I come up behind him here, get around into a good shooting position, and start opening fire momentarily. And here we go, get a few shots off, hit him, keep going. So I'm getting quite a few more hits now, and he's heading towards the ground. It looks like he's actually having troubles lifting up here, so I'm guessing that he got a good amount of damage on his elevator control. And I'm thinking he might come back up, but he doesn't, hits the ground pretty hard, and I get that kill, which is nice and easy. So now we're going to go over here to the other side of the island where I see this A20. I know it's going to be a little bit of a harder kill to get here because the A20 is pretty armored. Now the A20 is one of the aircraft I do actually have, and I really do enjoy flying it. It does take quite a bit of punishment, and since it is a attacker aircraft, it's not necessarily maneuverable, but both engines gives it enough speed to get around, and the fact that it is so heavily armored and it has quite a bit of health makes it pretty hard to push into the ground even after quite a few shots. It's really only easy to kill it, I guess, with cannons. So here we go. So I'm starting to take A from the destroyers over here, so I decide that it's probably best for me to turn around. Usually it's not a good choice to be going after an A20 by yourself with the Spitfire, since it does not have a whole lot of firepower. The A20 can just chew you right up, even if you're right behind it, because he's got the rear-facing machine guns. So yeah, it's generally a mistake fighting that guy with my airplane here, but I don't know, I decide that it's okay for me to get a little greedy, and I'm watching him, I'm seeing him, he's coming after me again, so I'm thinking maybe I can turn around and get on him again. So here we go, I turn around, I'm going after him, And at this point I'm starting to think that this might be a bad idea. I get a few shots off, I think I missed most of those, come back around, and I get quite a few into him. Getting a good amount of damage, and there goes my engine. Like I said, this was normally a bad idea, and there is proof that it was a bad idea. So my engine's starting to poop out at this point. I'm trying to look for a place to land. I'm thinking that the bridge over there might be a good spot, so I get my gear down, get ready. I doubt I'm gonna make it, honestly. I don't know. At this point it's looking pretty desperate, so I see that I'm starting to go for this house and I start desperately pulling up to miss it, which I don't, and I hit a tree and explode, and that was my game. I got 1 kill, which is not too bad, and I died from making a poor choice, and that is all. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video here with gameplay from Warthunder, which is a pretty good game that I enjoy. And if you enjoyed watching me, there should be more where that's coming from. Thank you, and see you later from aLonelyClover.